Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. It's a rainy one here in Connecticut. Hi, Ollie. Did you come to join us? Um, and we're going live here in West Hartford, Connecticut at the studio of the Austin Bracelet Company, which is a fun little hideaway where we like to do our lives. It's nice and quiet here, and it's just a great space with a great energy. And hi, Taia.
Hi. Good morning, everybody. Or are we still morning or are we afternoon already?
I've
lost track.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be afternoon.
Yeah, it's already almost 1 o'clock. So good afternoon. It is, like she said, a rainy day here, and I'm feeling super grateful for my cozy studio here where we can do a live and chat with you for a few minutes.
It is such a nice space. Yeah. So all good, and realizing that we're in back to school season already. Can you believe it?
I can't. I'm already seeing back to school photos, and whenever that happens in August, it always catches me off guard.
Yeah. Some kids have gone back to school starting today, and over the next few days of August, it's school beginnings are sprinkled throughout the calendar. So it's just hard to believe we're here already. And we want to share some things that will help you get off to a good start with your oils and have a better year. So On Guard is probably like indispensable at this time of year. Kids go back to school, they're around other kids. Kids share lots of germs, they're in close proximity to one another, and it's great to have the support of On Guard. A lot of families line up the kids, depending on how many you have, and put On Guard on before going out the door in the morning, on the bottoms of the feet at bedtime, on the bottoms of the feet in the morning before shoes go on the back of the neck. And On Guard comes in a touch. For those of you who may not yet know, this is a nice little rolly bottle, and you can just roll it wherever you choose to use it. And so when you're looking in your doTERRA list of products, and if it's called a touch, it will be in a bottle like this. So this happens to be peppermint, but On Guard comes in this form, or you can make your own. If you have a roller bottle that's empty, you can add On Guard to it and some fractionated coconut oil, and then just your regular On Guard. You can also put directly on bottoms of feet. For children, I would dilute it for backs of necks and things like that. You can diffuse On Guard. It smells delicious, and it is just a wonderful support to the immune system. So the increased kids in a close space together, the change of seasons, some of the we talked about ragweed recently, and some of the allergens that are out there. All of these things affect our health and well-being, and so getting off to the school year on a very positive note is supported by On Guard. Another important,
Can I just say something about On Guard? So we also have did you say the sanitizing spray?
No,
or the wipes?
I didn't say anything about those.
So we have the sanitizing spray that comes in a little bottle. That's a great thing to throw in kids' backpacks. And also the wipes. I use the wipes everywhere. I keep them in my bag that I bring back and forth to the car, to the office, everywhere I go. So those are a couple things that you can equip your kids with also. To school.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up, because they're just wonderful. And so many of the antibacterial types of sprays and wipes are the active agent is a very toxic product.
Yeah, and just like the antibacterial hand gel stuff that's so popular, and those like sweet smelling flavors that smell like candy and bubble gum, and the kids love them. They come in handy little pack, containers to attach to backpacks and stuff, but those are full of artificial fragrance. But they've proven that to be a hormone disruptor and not great for your kids' health. So even though they smell like candy and they're fun, not the best for anybody really.
No, that's so true. And it can even disrupt focus and concentration, because it's a very powerful chemical.
Yeah.
So So should we talk a little about sleep? Good night's
Sure,
sleep?
yeah, that's important too, getting back into sleep routine. I don't know about all of you, but our sleep schedule is way different in the summer than it is during the school year. Even when we have good intentions of trying to be consistent, with longer days, it's just easier to stay up later.
It is.
So we're trying to make that adjustment now, keeping in mind that we're going to have to be in bed earlier so that we get used to it over the next couple weeks.
Yes, that is true. And so having those good sleep habits and not having a lot of blue light right before bedtime is really significant in getting a good night's sleep. And some of the oils that will help a good night's sleep are balance and serenity, and adaptive can be very helpful. Vetiver can be very helpful. Do you have favorite oils for sleep?
I love to use Serenity in my diffuser, and I love to use Copaiba topically. I also will, I'll mix it up. So I have all these oils by my bed. Sometimes I'll use Roman chamomile if I'm feeling like I really, kind of wound up and need to get knocked out. Sometimes just Serenity is enough. Copaiba is very calming for the nerves, and I give a drop of Copaiba on my Corgi Dylan's paw before bed. So he's actually, that's part of our bedtime routine, is he gets a drop of Copaiba on his paw, which is a great oil for dogs too.
Yeah, it is a great oil for dogs. That's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that you did that. So kids very often have jitters and little nerves before going to school, the anticipation of the next day. They're excited to see their friends, but they're also a little bit scared, and they have a new teacher and a new routine, and meeting new friends as classrooms switch up. And so adaptive can be incredibly helpful, not only in the evening before to support their good night's sleep, but in the morning before going to school. It is soothing to a lot of children. A lot of kids exhibit feelings of anxiousness in and around the school day. So adaptive can be applied to the back of the neck. It comes in a touch bottle like this. It's one of our favorite ways to use it. It can be applied to the back of the neck, and it can be applied over the adrenal glands, which just sit right above the kidneys in the back. It can be applied on the bottoms of the feet, but that is all very key, very important to helping kids be calm and focused as they're starting school. And Serenity is often used more for sleep. Adaptive is often used more for calming nerves, but they are very interchangeable, and you can experiment with what works for you. And then, do you use Vetiver very much?
I should use it more. I can go in and out. I use Vetiver when I have it in a roller bottle because it's easier to use. Mm-hmm. If you are a Vetiver user, then you'll know it's a kind of a thick oil, so it takes a little patience to get a drop out, but it is one that I keep by my bed in the roller bottle form for sleep.
Yes, the Vetiver Touch makes it really easy to manage, and I like to make up a formula for sleep of Vetiver, wild orange, and cedarwood, and then I add that with my balance and my adaptive and my serenity and all the things, because I have to do a lot to sleep. But that is a wonderful oil to use for children, and in clinical studies about focus, it had like 100% effectiveness in it quiets the nervous system, and it brings in the ability to focus. So it's absolutely wonderful for kids this time of year, or any time of year, but especially in thinking of wanting to get back to the school routine and be successful. And then rosemary and peppermint are fabulous in the diffuser when kids are doing their homework, or as they're getting up and getting ready and getting out for the day. Mm-hmm. Do you like rosemary?
Yeah, those are two of my favorite oils for diffusing, and I put rosemary right on my scalp after my shower. because it's good for hair health too.
It is, and it's really good for brain health.
Yeah.
We're talking about back to school, but they have found in older people exhibiting some symptoms of dementia that rosemary has helped tremendously. So I love rosemary for, as you said, for hair health. And when I sit down to study, I'm taking a course right now, an online course. When I sit down to study, I like a little rosemary and some peppermint, either in the diffuser, or I'll just put some in my hand and do a deep inhale, and that is very helpful. Any other top faves for back to school that you can think of?
Well, you're talking about peppermint and rosemary, and in general, the herb oils are very good for focus and for cognitive health. So herb oils are very clarifying. I think that most of you, if you have an intro kit or if you've purchased your top 10, then you're going to have peppermint. Rosemary is something that you can add to your order. But any of the herb oils, basil, cilantro, those are all good for focus. I personally like the smell of peppermint and rosemary together.
Yes.
So.
It's an exhilarating smell, and it just draws you in. You immediately feel like stimulated in a good way and uplifted when you smell rosemary and peppermint.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And so there's a specific kids collection with touch bottles designed for specific functions for kids, and we'll go over that in our live next week. But we wanted to share these back to school tips to get off to a good start today. And do you have anything else on your mind for back to school, or do you want to share about our specials?
The one other thing that we had talked about is the DigestZen.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you have, sometimes, nerves can lead to an upset stomach, and DigestZen is very soothing for the digestive system, even when applied topically on the tummy. Really effective for kids and adults. So if the back to school involves, nervous tummy, and DigestZen can be of help for that, or I don't know, maybe the cafeteria food didn't agree with your kid if they're eating school lunches. Maybe they went from, their regular meals at home to, whatever fried food they're serving in the cafeteria. It can help with that too.
Yeah. And healthy foods do have such an impact on the success of kids' school day. We're just learning so much more about the effects of the manufactured foods, that everything we can do to eat real food that actually grew is just going to help all of us.
Yeah. We could do a whole other live on that, on what to have for breakfast, right?
Truly. Yeah. Because the standard stuff, some of which all of us either have or do eat, if it's manufactured in a factory, it's very likely not to be helping you possibly in any way, except that it fills your tummy. And and there's just so much more being understood about that manufactured food and the impact that it's having on our health and bodies.
Yep.
Yeah. So what about our specials?
Yeah, so doTERRA, as you know, has wonderful specials every month. In the month of August, we have Tea Tree Touch, which is the free oil, completely free when you place an order of 125 PV on your loyalty rewards. If you're not part of our loyalty rewards program yet, it's amazing because you get points back for every purchase, and then you can cash those in. This month, I cashed them in on protein, vitamins, oils that I wanted to replace. Also got in my 125 PV, and I'm getting my free tea tree. Also special this month for the entire month is Northern Escape Woodland Blend. I promise you're going to absolutely love this blend if you haven't tried it already. If you have the Aroma Essentials kit, then it's included in the kit in the small bottle, and now might be a good time to replace it and get the 15 ml bottle at 10% off.
Good idea.
This one, I've been kind of playing with the bottle in my hands as we've been talking. A little bit has leaked out, and it smells so good. It is the most amazing blend of tree oils. It's one of my favorites to diffuse and apply topically. It's just a really cool oil.
May I smell it?
Yeah, it's just one of my favorites.
Oh, that is delicious.
So,
it's like stepping into a forest.
Yeah, so it's 10% off this month. Go ahead and grab yours. And then finally, when you do get your 100 PV lifestyle order in, we're doing a giveaway this month for a doTERRA water bottle, which is this wonderful shaker bottle. We gave one of these away a couple months ago. This is the last one that we have for now. It has the springy shaker mechanism inside, so you can put your protein or your greens or your fiber in here and then just shake it up. A really cool bottle. If you got your order in, you're automatically entered to win, but you can comment below if you've gotten your order in too, just to remind us and to let us know that you have your order in, you're excited to be entered to win.
Absolutely, and what I love about this bottle is the nice opening to drink out of, but you can take the big lid off and get a bigger opening for cleaning it.
Yeah.
I get so frustrated with water bottles that are hard to get into to clean well.
And then glass is really important, drinking out of glass or stainless. I know plastic is so convenient. We kind of can't avoid these days, some plastic, like a plastic lid or something like that, but drinking out of the glass is going to be just a lot better for your health over the long term. And so it's another good reason this bottle's great.
Right, and we are in the habit of adding an essential oil to our water most of the time, and you don't want to do that with plastic. It's not good for you. You get more plastic into your system.
Yep.
And then the Harvest Spice is available now, right?
Oh yeah, so if you're feeling fall-ish, then you're going to want to have your Harvest Spice blend, which is a beautiful blend of oils that reminds us all of fall. And that's available under, you can either search it on the doTERRA website in the search bar, or I think it's under limited time offers.
Yeah, it's not always available, but it's just one of those cozy, have a cup of tea or coffee and kind of, when the air gets a little cool, or like even on a rainy day like today, it's a little bit chilly, not really cold, but just a little bit chilly because of the dampness, and the temperature is not that warm. And I've been feeling kind of like in that cozy mood myself just today.
Yeah, and spice oils are very warming. So energetically, they're warming. Emotionally, they're warming. So they're a great one to diffuse and use with that in mind.
Very much. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. And please put an emoji, a comment, a like, and we always appreciate that. You can see this on the replay in Facebook, and we will drop it into YouTube on my channel, Susanne Susanna, where you can find a lot of oil information there as well. So have a wonderful afternoon, a great week. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks, everybody.